Hey, welcome back, everyone. Real talk for a second. Your brain is being hijacked right now, not by something outside of you. Every scroll, every notification check, every 5-second video, you are training your brain to need more stimulation just to feel normal. And here is the thing. Nobody ever taught you this was happening. Your school did not cover it. Your parents did not know it. And most people go their entire lives feeling stuck, unmotivated, and exhausted for no reason, without ever understanding why. Today, that changes. We are talking about dopamine detox. And I promise, by the time this video ends, you will never look at your own attention the same way again. Really glad you are here for this one. Let us begin. Think about the last time you sat down to do something important, something that actually mattered. Study, create, build, plan. How long before you checked your phone? If the answer is less than 10 minutes, you are not alone. The average person, when working on something difficult, people check their phone once every 47 seconds. Not laziness, not lack of willpower, not a character flaw. And the moment reality does not deliver that reward fast enough, your brain sends you directly to the nearest screen, every single time, without asking permission. So what exactly is dopamine? Dopamine is not the pleasure chemical. That is the biggest misconception in all of neuroscience. Dopamine is the wanting chemical. It does not make you feel good. It makes you want to feel good. And that difference changes everything. Every time you check your phone, dopamine releases. Every time a notification arrives, dopamine releases. Every time you open an app expecting something new, dopamine releases. Not because you found something valuable, because you might find something valuable. The uncertainty is the addiction. Neuroscientist Robert Sapolsky spent decades studying how the brain's reward system is wired for unpredictability, the dopamine system. He discovered something extraordinary. Dopamine does not spike when you get the reward. It spikes before the reward, during the anticipation, during the uncertainty, during the maybe. This is why you can scroll for an hour and feel worse than when you started. The dopamine was in the scrolling, not in anything you found. And here is where it becomes a problem. Your brain measures stimulation on a sliding scale. When you give it constant high stimulation, social media notifications, short videos, instant everything, your brain becomes wired for quick hits. Your focus and patience start to fade. It adjusts its baseline upward. What once felt rewarding now feels ordinary. What once felt ordinary now feels boring. What once felt boring now feels physically uncomfortable. Reading a book feels slow. A real conversation feels unstimulating. Sitting with your own thoughts feels like punishment. This is not a metaphor. This is measurable neurological change, happening right now in your actual brain. But here is what nobody ever tells you about dopamine. You can reset it. Not in months, not in years, not through willpower alone. Through something called a dopamine detox. And the science behind it is about to change, so how about every single hour of your day? Stay with me. A dopamine detox is not about never using your phone again. It is not about becoming a monk in the mountains. It is about deliberately choosing periods of low stimulation so that your brain's baseline can return to something normal. Think of it like this. You have been eating nothing but sugar for 3 years straight. Everything that is not sugar now tastes like nothing. dopamine detox is the period where you stop the sugar and let your taste buds remember what real food tastes like. Dr. Anna Lembke at Stanford, one of the world's leading experts on dopamine and addiction, calls this the pleasure-pain balance. Every high stimulation activity tips the balance toward pleasure, but the brain always corrects back towards center. And that correction feels like emptiness, boredom, anxiety, restlessness. So you reach for the phone again, long enough for your brain to rediscover the real kind. The pleasure of finishing something hard. The pleasure of a real conversation with someone who matters. The pleasure of sitting outside and noticing the light changing. The pleasure of reading 3 pages and actually remembering what you read. These things do not hit fast. They do not give you the immediate dopamine spike of a notification. But they leave you feeling more alive after, not emptier, more. And slowly your brain begins to prefer them. That is the detox working. So what does a dopamine detox actually look like? It does not have to be dramatic. Start with 1 hour. 1 hour tomorrow morning, before the phone, before the scroll, before the notification check. 1 hour where the only stimulation is something real. Walk outside without earphones. Write without music. Eat breakfast without a screen. Sit with your thoughts without immediately filling the silence. The first 10 minutes will feel wrong. Your brain will send signals that feel like urgency. Check the phone. You are missing something. Stay in it. By minute 20, something shifts. A thought arrives that was not summoned. Something important is happening. Nothing important is happening. Your brain is just experiencing mild withdrawal from the stimulation it expects. An idea you have not had in months. A memory of something you used to love that you forgot you loved. That is your real brain, the one underneath the noise, saying hello. The highest performers in the world, the writers, the builders, the creators, the thinkers, they all protect morning hours from stimulation. Not because they are disciplined in a way you are not. Because they discovered what their brain is capable of when the noise stops. And they could not go back. Naval Ravikant calls it the foundation of clear thinking. Andrew Huberman calls it the most powerful cognitive reset available without medication. Cal Newport built an entire career arguing that deep, focused work is becoming the rarest and most valuable skill in the modern world. All of them are describing the same thing: a brain that has been given back to itself. I want you to think about something right now. When was the last time you were bored? Actually bored, not reaching for anything, not filling the space, just present with nothing? If you cannot remember, that is the answer. Boredom is not the enemy. Boredom is where your best ideas live. It is where creativity breathes. It is where you finally hear the things you have been too stimulated to notice. Your most important thoughts have been trying to reach you for a long time. You just have not been quiet enough to hear them. Here is your challenge starting tomorrow morning. 1 hour, no phone, no music, no podcast, no scroll, just you, and whatever your brain has been waiting to tell you once the noise stopped. It will feel uncomfortable. Do it anyway. It will feel unproductive. Do it anyway. It will feel like you are falling behind somehow. You are not falling behind. For the first time in a long time, you are catching up to yourself. Your brain was not built for the world that your phone created. It was built for depth, for meaning, for slow, beautiful, hard things that take time to matter. The dopamine detox is not about punishing yourself for using technology. It is about remembering what your mind feels like when it belongs to you. Not to an algorithm, not to a notification, not to the endless, uncertain maybe of one more scroll. To you. If this reached something in you, share it with one person who has been feeling foggy, distracted, or just not quite like themselves lately. Subscribe, because every week we talk about the things happening inside your mind that nobody else is explaining. See you in the next one.